Welcome to the Queen's Lair, a lifestyle podcast. Get inspired by our latest tips and information about small business, entrepreneurship, natural hair, travel, food, and even relationships. Stay tuned for another great episode. I am your host, Renee Patrice. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to my podcast once again. Thank you so much for your support of this podcast. You guys, I know I say it all the time, but this literally has been a dream of mine to build different streams of income for my business. I'm trying to be a mogul out here in these streets, okay? And I'm definitely on my way to doing that. It is so amazing. It's wonderful and beautiful the way God moves things out of our way for us to be our best self. And that has happened, especially in the last year or so. There's been a lot of things that I thought I was going to do. There was a lot of things that, I had on my plate that, projects and collabs and all sorts of things that I was like, wow, God, I really thought that was going to, come to fruition. I really thought that was going to be the thing, and it just turned out that was not my assignment. Sometimes we want to force our assignment because we feel like, whoa, God is speaking to me and this is what I'm supposed to do. When meanwhile, God was like, not really, because I done sent you a couple of people and a couple of things and you're still not paying attention. So let's just say I started paying attention the way that I should be, because sometimes you fall off track. So anyway, thank you so much for supporting this podcast continuously. If this is your first time listening in, thank you for being here. You will enjoy this if you are a small business owner, entrepreneur, everyday 9-to-5er, you're a mom, you're a dad, you're single, you're married. There is something for everyone in this podcast. We do focus a lot on business stuff because this is meant to be a lifestyle podcast for the budding and seasoned entrepreneur and business owner, and how we navigate life, because that's me. That's who I am, right? Okay, so I have been getting some great emails. I got 2 or 3 emails that were more on the personal side, kind of like a Dear Abby sort of thing. It still dealt with business, but it was talking about relationships within business and business within your relationship on the personal side. I will get to those, but I want to cover these things first because this is the last month of the first quarter, and it's March, okay? It's also Women's History Month. Gotta say that. But it's March, and this is usually the time when a lot of people get down on their business. They start to lose momentum. They start to lose hope sometimes in their business. It didn't kick off at the top of the year the way they thought it was going to. And so they definitely may be losing some focus. So what I want to do is I want to go over a few points about different marketing structures and strategies that will help you, because you've got 30 days before you move into the second quarter. So let's get jump started back with our businesses. So I want to talk about 3 different business strategies. Okay. The first one within marketing, the first one that I want to talk about is contextual marketing, right? And I have found a great definition for this. So contextual marketing is a strategy that's guided by the behaviors and conditions surrounding your marketing efforts. So all content is relevant to the person receiving it. So in layman's terms, that means that we study the human condition. I know we've all heard that phrase before. We study the behaviors of people, the human condition, what makes you tick, and then we create a marketing strategy around that so that it really pulls at you, tugs at you, makes you think, makes you pay attention to said brand, right? To deliver contextually relevant information, you need to understand the psychographics of your buyer personas to know how to speak to them and what content will resonate with them, right? So I think that's pretty self-explanatory. All right, so that's the first thing, contextual marketing. Then there's a second one, and it's called ABM, which is account-based marketing. And that is a strategy in marketing that flips traditional marketing on its head. Rather than developing buyer personas, right, and then casting a wide net to attract those personas to your brand, ABM focuses on finding ways to engage with people from targeted accounts based on your ideal customer profile, your ICP, right? ABM is all about sending tailored messages to targeted accounts, right? Marketing will fuel the strategies behind a successful ABM approach, and sales will provide insight regarding the impact of the interactions marketing is having with the targeted account. So, in layman's terms, account-based marketing would be great to be on the ground. So if you went to a conference, right? Let's say this was a conference for, I don't know, computer parts. You know that everybody coming there is coming there because of that, right? It could be a conference this was one that actually happened recently, a conference for sneakers, right? So all you sneakerheads out there, this is a conference specifically for you. You're not coming to a sneaker conference because you're looking to buy dolls. You're coming to a sneaker conference because you want to see the latest, in the kicks from all over the world. So we now, as marketers, brands who are marketing, we know exactly what to say to you. We know exactly what you're looking for because you have shown up at this very specific event, right? So we are tailoring all of these messages specifically for you. So it kind of works hand in hand with contextual marketing because both of them, you have to really understand the end user, the potential customer, the potential client, or however, you want to name the person that is going to eventually spend dollars with you. And the third one and final one that I want to talk about today is very simply the one that we all know about is word of mouth. I cannot tell you, word of mouth marketing is incredibly relevant, okay? And it still works today. The last three, just this month, well, I'll say the month of February, the last 3 sources of business that I got was because of word of mouth. I saw you do XYZ person's website. I saw you, they told me, these are all the things that I hear in these conversations. And I'm like, wow, somebody's social media was beaming and gleaming because we're handling their posts. And a person from the outside said, you know what? I asked so-and-so about their social media and they said Onyx Queen Media was handling it. Wow. And now that got me business for that. So don't underestimate word of mouth. So officially, word of mouth is the oral or written advocacy of a good or service from a satisfied customer. We can call them evangelists, right? To a prospective customer. It's widely considered to be the most effective form of promotion. There is nothing like someone talking, positively about your business. There's nothing like, this is why influencer marketing works so well. Because when you see there's an influencer, now I'm not talking about influencers, and we know this could go a lot of ways. Sometimes influencers get paid and they don't even care what product they're promoting. I'm talking about the influencers that you have been following for years, that have been using this particular lotion or lipstick or, whatever brand. And now that brand came knocking like, hey, we see that you love our stuff. Let us do some sort of collabo with you. You know what I mean? And now comes a check for them to be able to do this, So I love to see influencers or people that genuinely love a brand and have been singing the praises of a brand without a check. And then the brand came in and said, you know what? We really would love to work with you. Like, I love that. I think that is amazing. So word of mouth marketing is definitely one of the top things. Don't rule it out. It is still king out here when it comes to marketing and sales. Contextual marketing, which is run by knowing the behaviors and conditions of the people who are receiving the message. And then there's account-based marketing, which is a little bit more non-traditional, right? And it focuses directly on targeted accounts, right? Your targeted people, your targeted potential customers. All right. So those are the three things in marketing that I wanted to talk about because, like I said, this is the last month of the first quarter and everything tends to slow down right here. But this is not the time to slow down. This is the time to get your marketing up and going. This is the time to catch your second wind because April is around the corner. All right. So if you want to talk more about this, keep this going. Like, share, subscribe, wherever you're coming in from and listening to this podcast. If this is your first time, you are here for a reason. I am here to motivate you because, listen, I motivate myself with these podcasts. So if I feel motivated by myself, then I know you will feel motivated over there listening from wherever you are. But thank you so much. Definitely, I got to say this too. Keep the world in your prayers. Because we are going through a lot as human beings right now. We are going through a lot as a country. We are going through a lot as just the human diaspora in general. And the world is just sitting in an unrest turn, on an axis right now, it feels like. So, definitely keep your family prayed up, keep the world in general. I know it seems so huge, like pray for the world, but we really need healing, as individuals, within our families and also to all those other people all around the world that we don't even know. There's a healing that needs to take place among human beings. And it's a lot. It's a whole lot. But I definitely do believe in the power of prayer with that. So with all the business stuff, with all the more personal stuff, let's all keep our thoughts, in the positive space. And I think if we do that, we can be a little bit better than we were the day before, right? Okay, so like, share, subscribe to this podcast. Thank you so much for supporting once again. At Onyx Queen Media on all socials. Instagram is my most active. And if you want to email me, please keep the emails coming. I absolutely love it. I read all of them and I do respond. Hello at onyxqueenmedia.com. Bye, you guys. Online savings simplified. Don't search for coupon codes ever again. With one click, Honey's smart shopping assistant will automatically apply discounts to your cart in seconds. Save on all your favorite things. Easily pay less for products you're already buying online. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Join Honey for free. It takes 2 clicks to add Honey to your Chrome, Safari, Firefox, or Opera browser. Find savings in seconds. While you shop, Honey will find working promo codes across the entire internet, and you save instantly. With 1 click, Honey will apply the best deals to your cart. It's that easy. So what are you waiting for? Get Honey. Download it today. Visit our link, www.tinyurl.com/ONYXHONEY. That's www.tinyurl.com/ONYXHONEY. tinyurl.com/onyx honey. Start saving right now.